In today's video I will show you the rarest deck ever created in Gods Unchained. And now you will think, how can you be sure that this is the rarest deck ever created? Well, because this deck is composed totally by legendary, 30 legendary cards, so you literally can't go higher than that. And now you will think, but will it be good, the deck just composed by legendary? Well, probably not. But it will be cheapy? Well, not even that. But then, why should I make this video? Because there is a new card from the latest set, Title's Fate, that is Azaya, that will work just in this deck. So essentially, when Azaya was released, his effect was to refresh 1 mana if you had all the deck composed by legendary cards. But since there was the Azaya combo that I made a video about, they wanted to destroy that toxic deck, so they changed Azaya into his new version that now is, if you have a deck full composed by legendary, when you play Azaya, will lower off 1 the mana cost of all your legendary in the deck. This mechanic, the 1 mana reduction, is really broken in Gods Unchained. This can really broke the game in my opinion. This means that you can play cards like Ortuk and Teriel at like 6 mana. And now you will think, well, that is pretty broken, and well, it is. The problem of this deck, and why probably you didn't saw this deck on meta, on like Mythic and so on, is because there are yet not enough good legendary cards for build a really solid deck. Right now, this is kinda a meme-ish deck. And that's why I wanted to make this video. So in this video we will analyze 3 different lists for try to make an idea which one would be probably the best Azaya deck. And now let's jump into our 3 different lists. So as you can see, these 3 lists are pretty similar, all have the kinda same packet on neutrals because those are just the good legendary neutrals, while instead on the good cards you have just the best legendary that I was able to find. I would probably add the Ether chest in every of those decks if you have one. I didn't really add one and there was no on Loot Rush, and this like a $200 card, so I didn't want to buy that. It can be really good because it is at 0-9 and you can play that before Azaya, so it can be really good for try to stay alive versus aggro. Because yes, the biggest problem of this deck is actually aggro, because generally you even beat controls, and that's kind of fun because control are like the best decks, the price decks, but with this deck you generally outvalue them because you have a lot of good legendary and greedy creature like Polimia, Teriel, Ortuk, Avatar of War for example on War, or Dionysus on Nature, so you have really a lot of value, a lot of resource, and I don't think there is really a control that can deal with all of that. So the biggest problem of this deck is instead aggro. But fun fact, the majority of the ladder is aggro. But as I said, for example, Ether chest can help you, or just try to lower the mana curve with like a bunch of 3-4 mana legendary cards for just try to get a bit of tempo. And the most important thing that I want to say that is true for all of those lists, is pretty important to have the 5 mana legendary and the 6 mana legendaries, because the 5 mana legendaries are really important because you will play essentially always Azaya with the Pip. So this means that if you are first and you play Azaya at 3 mana with the Pip, so at 4 mana, the turn after, if you have a 5 mana legendary, that will become a 4 mana legendary. So you can play really good 4 mana creature like for example Avatar of Nature or Merry Cadmos and so on. So all those really good tempo cards that can really help you to maintain the board. So the 5 mana legendary are pretty important, mostly because when you go first you Pip Azaya and then you play Azap, a 5 mana legendary, really good. But even more important are the 6 mana legendary, because the mana system of Gods Unchained is different like from Hearthstone and so on, because it's a mana system that is exponential. So this means that since 5 mana and over, so 5 mana, 6 mana, 7 mana, 8 mana and so on, it will not be 1 turn for increase the mana, but 2 or even 3 or even 4 turns. So the power level of each mana different card will be a lot higher. For example, the 7 mana in Gods Unchained are really broken, the 8 mana literally almost win the game, the 9 mana literally wins the game. 6 mana are really a lot better than the 5 mana legendary on overall, because you should wait 2 turns more for play that in the normal game. While instead lowering those from 6 to 5, you will play those at 5 or even at 4 with Pip. So imagine your opponent is playing aggro and they just play like, I don't know, a 3-4 at like 3 mana, and then the turn after you can play all those 6 mana really good legendary. For example, War has Aeneas that is a 3-3 with Blitz, double attack and protected, or you have in nature like for example the Shark, or even Agrodor, or even Selena. Selena is probably a trash card for 6 mana, like one of the worst card legendary ever saw, but at 5 mana is really good versus aggro. Put all the best 5 and 6 mana legendaries, because those will really help you versus aggro, while instead the high mana legendary, yeah, you can put some, but as I said, you will mostly outvalue them already with just Teriel, Ortuk and 1-2 really good legi, like for example Nagrios, Avatar of War, so you just beat control. The really problem are aggro, and these 5 mana and 6 mana legendary really help you versus aggro. And now let's go check one game for each different god, so we can at least decide which god is the best Azaya deck. Okay, we are versus Mage. To be honest, I don't know, this is probably good if they are CDM. I don't utilize anyway Acolyte, because Acolyte is a 3 mana and I have only 1 pip, so I don't want to pip 2 mana into 3 mana for Acolyte, but I want to pip from 3 mana to 4 mana for Azaya. And that's okay, it's probably the only creature I can play before. That's not even bad because it's a big body. It's 5 mana, so I need something to play after Azaya. Because turn 2 I will play this one, turn 3 I will play Azaya, and then yeah, that is like... okay. Can actually play... I can actually play... So I gotta think, do I want to play Azaya with Pip? Probably yes, just because then I can make a really good tempo turn with Argos and Wakian, since both will be 2 mana. Oh, and even that. Yeah, I think I go for this. I mean, to be honest, I could have even just played that, and if I don't kill it, I can go Azaya and it does even take the buff, but next turn will be really a good turn with Argos and Wakian. Oh, it didn't attack it, or it was just a big lag? Because, yeah, it takes a lot of time, to be honest, for this, to produce everything, but, oh yeah, see, I did attack it, just took a lot of time, so, it's not a roar, sadly. So I guess I just go this and this, like it's a pretty hard board to deal for Mage, this one, because yeah, like they have Shaped, but literally kill just 1 creature if they go frontline, or even AoE and just kill 1 creature. We can even buff a bunch of those. Oh, okay, they go with that. Yeah. Oh, they have CDM, so okay, this GP is probably the correct choice. With Teriel, this is a really good body to play at 6 mana, and even refill a bit your end, since this deck has not a lot of draw, so it can really be helpful. I think I just go with this, just because it's better. And so to be honest, I don't know, because I like this one. But yeah, if they are CDM, I feel like I just have to go there. Because CDM have a lot of 2 damage cards, like Form of Power, Ancient Texas, so it's really easy to kill that one. So yeah. If they now, for example, use there, yeah, this one, now they wasted 2 mana more just for the GP, so it was totally the correct play. That's a pretty solid card, because it's a big body versus CM, it's really good a big body, and I don't feel like they can kill that. Probably they can though, but I mean probably they can, but they will utilize all their turn, and then I got Teriel, and now will they kill that? Yeah, and every turn in that way, so I would love to play this one actually before, but I don't feel like I can. Yeah, I do actually can. I don't feel like it's really important. Just go for tempo. I don't really know what they can do there. That's for sure good. Even God Blitz though is good. I feel like God Blitz is even better, because they are 19 and they pushed, so they are at 13, really low. Even this is good though, but I just want to make it faster if I can. Oh, let's for sure it. And I guess order, just for make it different, and they say I say I. We all say I. I'm attacking this probably, just because I don't want them to heal. Like I really don't need to draw, because I have already what I need in my hand. I mean, this board is pretty hard to deal with at 6 mana. At 6 mana we have Teriel and Dead Witch Ashes and Lysander, so... Spell Boost is for sure a good card to have there. Oh, they OTK me? They didn't reduce anything though. Can they OTK me? I don't feel like they can. Oh, they really can't. GG. Easy! Okay, it seems that we are versus Control War with that god power, so we still want mulligan just low mana legendary, like for example, yeah, Balthazar, one of the few leg we can play before Azaya, so we can pip that because I have 3 pip, so yeah, we can just waste a pip for that and next turn GP. If I had only 1 pip, obviously I would have not pipped that, and I would have just, you always keep the pip for Azaya with the pip essentially. But yeah, we can now just GP. They passed the turn, so I think yeah, they are Control War, pretty sure. Oh, yeah, they even Savage Strike, so seems like it. Next turn we can pip Azaya and then we draw Echo, that is actually really good, because if they are aggro, that card is a 2 for 1, really good, and I mean it's 3 mana, 5-2 protected with ability, so if they don't deal with that, it's literally like wins the game. We draw Avatar 4, that is for sure not a card we want to draw right now, because we still are early in the game, but it's a 7 mana Avatar 4, not 8 mana, and it's really broken, a 7 mana player 8/8 with Leech and with 10 attack relic with also Leech, so yes. I mean, you can't be mad about a 7 mana Avatar 4, never. Rayos is probably useful, I mean, it's good leggy, and we have a bunch of Olympian, we have in the end, so it's not bad. Grand Orb was probably a bad keep after I saw the good power, because I mean it's good versus aggro, but versus counter it's pretty useless. So when I saw the good power I could have mulliganed that away, to be honest. Okay, they were able to deal with Echo, and we see Retribution, so they are Olympian, that's pretty scary, to be honest, because Olympian can go really big, so that's a lot scarier than Control War, because Control War like can't deal with all our resources, but Olympian can really push faster if they make a really good turn with Village Vendor, they can pump everything. We draw Aeneas, that is really good, but I think I go Rayos, because at least we can start to buff our creature in the end, and Aeneas is actually Olympian, so if they buff go on Aeneas would have been really good, but actually go on Irtakus, and it's pretty unlikely since Irtakus is already really big. Okay, they go with Village Vendor, so that's really risky for us, because I mean, they are buffing a lot in their end, yeah, with the 2/1/1, so they already buffed 2 everything, and they have another mana, so yeah, they throw another thing. They are buffing a lot in their end, that's pretty scary. I mean, we have a really good end. Aeneas, Irtakus, Avatar 4 are all really good. And we draw Poly. It's probably the worst card of our deck in this situation. I mean, Poly is literally a win condition, and if we reach 8 mana we win, but I think if we reach 8 mana we win anyway with this deck versus Olympian, so yeah, pretty useless there. Aeneas is pretty good because it was the only way for kill Village Vendor, and so yeah, and I mean it's still protected, so not super, like they have to deal with that. And Reyes could just continue to buff here, sadly. Holy moly, that's a really big Reyes. Okay, so they buff it, they have something really big in the end, in my opinion, like really scary. We have Irtakus, to be honest, for any big things, but I think I will use Irtakus next turn, because essentially we need that big guy, that 11/11 on the board, and even because, I mean, even Reyes is at 7/4, so we gotta kill that. And next turn we have Avatar 4 anyway, so we probably, like, that's probably enough. I mean, right now we have a 11/11, they have a 3/5 on board, so we are forward on board, and we have even more cards, and bigger cards, so I think next turn is the only last turn that can really kill us, and if we deal with that, we win. Okay, that's a really good turn though. They have a 7/5, 8/7, 7/7, that's a lot. They have literally next turn. But thanks God that is a 7/5, so tier actually is good, but Avatar 4 is just better. Like, it tied perfectly into that 7/5, like literally perfectly, and we like traded something else. Now we have a 8/8, 11/3, and a relic with 5 damage and leech, and yeah, everything is leech, so that was just over easy. Okay, seems like we are versus probably Olympian or Elite. I don't even know what I want, to be honest. Probably I could have kept the the 3 mana, the glass cannon. Although I don't really like glass cannon because you spam a 3/3, this is really good, like at 3 mana. Okay, so they did like nothing, and this means that they probably are Elite, and since if they probably are Elite, Oh, they are cornets. Okay, so I should have HP. I mean, it's not probably so important. Okay, so we lower everything. That is decent. The problem is we have not a body for proc this one with deadly, because this with deadly can be really good for the cornet. Would be really nice even on Kaya, to be honest, for proc like a super deadly Kaya. Although it seems like we can do that, so I think I want Agrodor to start to get going, to be honest. Yeah, I think so. Just good value overall, and like they have only 1 9 mana, I think. And then they can jump everything back, so a bit more, but still. I think this is a good matchup for us. I'm not sure though. Like it probably is. I can probably play this one, so in this way I can set up a deadly turn essentially. Let's go even with this. I think I want the Agrodor Protector, so in this way I'm even more available to proc the deadly. Probably could have even went Kaya there, since I have still this one for the deadly, but line in the sand. Okay, so the only thing I'm sure is that I don't want to overcommit right now, so I'm not just... I mean, this is a kind of overcommit, like I can't really play a lot of other things if not this one, but still. Okay, it was probably a misplay. I should have just went for the 10-3 probably. I'm not even sure, because the 10-3 give me other cards and I don't know, we can start to risk a lot. Okay, we still have Kaya. Sadly, I'm not able to kill my own things, so that's the thing at least I can do, and that will proc at least some damage from Kaya. I can actually proc even more damage using like the Rune of Healing or something like that, so let's do that. 2 damage more. Yeah, I probably should have not locked my board, because in that way I would have left even space for Locusta. For play Locusta after that. So that was probably not the correct play. Playing that card. That's pretty bad for me, because now I have no Kaya that was really good in this matchup. We'll see. Even this one was probably a bit overcommitting, even that like all those cards are pretty cool versus them. I used it all in the same board, so we'll see. I wish this one could go face. This is really low because it doesn't even heal. Not looking too good. That's a card, I guess. Let's see. So they can play the Cornet, I guess, now. And I really can't play around that. Probably can play Erna though. I should have probably played Erna, so forever the deadly. But I guess. That's a really bad 8 mana creature, to be honest. Yeah, that was really bad by them. Like I don't even need this one. Like I can try to hit with that, and if I hit, I can just echo. Like it's so weird by them. But I guess. Okay, let's go with this. Let's see. Transform is good because it's probably the early win condition. The Coronet. I can order. It's good as well. And God Blitz, and we try to go for the God Blitz combo. I don't know. I feel like we didn't got God Blitz, so that was correct. I think I go with this, just for have a bit wider choice. Yep. So we can order, transform, increase, a bunch of things. This makes 4 damage. I for sure want to drop those before dropping these, so I get more cards. I mean, they did send away even my Terrier, so I get another Terrier sooner or later. It's not bad. I think I want to increase. Can even peep out this one, like it's not crazy bad. Yeah, let's do that, fuck it. I mean, I really didn't want to waste any of those. I can't play any of those. So yeah, it was literally the only card I could have played. We have another time a pretty solid board, and we increased all their spells, so they can't even put everything at one, and they can't Mercy. They still probably can deal with this board in some way, but still. So the only thing I really don't like is that this one will make a copy of those, so you can really easy block my board essentially. But we'll see. So another thing I don't know, because this is pretty juicy even for take a spot on my board if it's locked, but it's even deadly, so it's pretty important even versus their things. Okay, they went another time for the Coronet, so now we can't even transform Coronet sadly. Let's see. Oh, are you Amazon? Amazon. So you give Pikachu, so this is a 5. Oh, we have 1 off. Okay. I still think I go with this. So I go with this. Because in this way they go to 1. Even if they deal with this board, I can just play Dionysus and win. So I really don't know what they can do about that. If they play anything, I can trade 1 creature into that, so they have to lock my board and not take any damage. Or they can just heal, but they can't heal enough, because they didn't mana Surge at 8, so... Yeah, we have 1, I think. Oh, they can heal, but yeah. I don't know if they can heal out of 4 damage. I mean, with the healing spell, yes, but... We have even order, like, we are just in a better spot. Okay guys, it took a bunch of games for win with this deck. I feel like it's totally worse than War 1. I mean, if you like nature, guys, I guess we are not playing this deck anyway for the competitiveness, so if you enjoy nature and you enjoy to play Dionysus finally, like first time I played, and we get... Oh, that is big, 1 mana 8/8, it's pretty big, but yeah. Okay guys, those were the game. Actually, I needed a bunch of game for win with nature, so I think nature is the worst of the 3. I would say that the light is the middle one, while instead war is probably the best one. Because you have a lot of good legendary, around 5-6 that are really important, and you have even top end with like Avatar of War and Anagros, so I really don't think there is a best deck than this one. Light is still strong because you have a lot of 4 mana or 5 mana legendary really good like Cern, Cadmus and so on, but I don't think has the same really good top end. But as I said right now, I don't think any of those is really meta, so I don't suggest to you to spend the money for build this deck, even because those decks are really pricey since it's just composed by legendary cards, so you have even to use Genesis legendary and so on. So I don't suggest to you to buy that, but if you have already the cards or if you want to try this deck, I literally just rented almost all the cards on Loot Trash, so you can do the same. At least will be kinda fun, play a 30 legendary decks. But trust me guys, in the future this will be a really possible meta deck, so as I said, keep a look at that, because that mechanic of lowering the mana in Ghost Unchained is really broken, and in the future if you have more playable legendary, that can really change the game. And the Zayat's pretty cheap right now, so I don't know, just make your own financial decision. And guys, this is all about this video. I hope you enjoyed this type of content. It was not cheap to do, I had to rent everything and so on, so please drop a follow and a like or even comment if you liked that, because it would really help me to continue to bring those type of particular content. And now I suggest to you to go watch a video about the top 10 card released in 2023, so the last year, all the best card. And I guess, see you to the next video.